Alright, Trey's applying new graphics to the trailer. He's going to show you how you do a big graphic without messing them up. Or that's what we hope happens anyway. That's what's supposed to happen. This is 8 feet wide by, what'd you say, 39 inches high?
Yeah, something like that. 39, 40, something. It's just short of 4 feet.
And this trailer's 24 feet, so it's a pretty good size. You notice he only cuts one side at a time. He's peeling the backer back, and he applies it as he pulls the backer. That way you don't run the risk of sticking the other part of it to itself or to the trailer and getting wrinkles in it. I always say he makes this look easy, but he's been doing it 20 years, so I guess anything looks easy after a while.
This is kind of I should have started on the other side because this has got stuff we're going to have to form around, so.
I always tell customers when they come in, they'll say, "What? He makes that look easy," and I tell them, "Yeah, well, you let me do it, and it looks like a drunk put bubble wrap on the side of it." I'm not good at it at all, so I don't do it. Trey does all of it, and he's very good at it.
Normally what you would do is you just go the whole distance, but there's stuff here we're going to have to cut out around, so.
Everywhere there's a seam, I took out the screws so he doesn't have to deal with screws once we're done. And we've let it sit for a little while. I'll go back and put all the screws back in on top of it. You have to be real careful, put them in real lightly, or it can twist it. He'll also cut the seams where it's got a seam. You hear mowers in the background. They're cutting the city park across from our shop. I wasn't sure about the blue and black, but that really looks good on there now that you got the white background out from behind it.
It's a good border.
Yeah, that looks great. So now you can get rid of the dividing tape, and you'll do the other side. The left side will keep it straight and secure to the trailer so it don't wrinkle or anything while he peels this side. Notice he's holding it out off the trailer for an inch or two, that way you make sure it doesn't touch and actually start trying to stick. We started out going to do this video for Bill with I Ride Tiny House Adventures, show him how to put some graphics on that he's installing on his trailer. We just thought it was a good idea to just go ahead and make a YouTube video out of it and let everybody see how to do it. Again, he makes it look easy, so if you do these yourself, it's not as easy as it looks, but you can do it if you follow how the procedure he's doing it. On the ends of it, he put masking. It's a big masking tape, and what it does, it keeps the ends of it where the ends are the tethered looking ends of it. It keeps them straight, just so they don't try to move or bend on him while he's applying them. Once he gets it put on, then he can take that tape off. You can see now he's just barely moving the paper out from behind it a little bit at a time as he works it. Everywhere he's pushing on is where the original screw holes were, so he's making sure that it's really set good on it, so when I put the screws back in a little while, it won't try to twist so easy. Again, when you put the screws back in, you want to put them in lightly and then just snug them, hand snug them. Don't do them with a drill or anything. You'll end up pinching it and twisting the vinyl. This is the part where we tell you don't try this at home. This is really the part where it took years of figuring out how to do this without messing it up. If you can install graphics on a flat area, that's what I would do, but he's going to cut out around all the service doors and the Starlink hookup on the side of the trailer that I put in. You watch another video about how I did that. It'll let you put your Starlink out without having to run it through a window or a door or somewhere where you're going to pinch and break the cable. It's actually a waterproof connector. To do this, he cuts out around them, and then he'll take a propane torch and he'll start applying a little heat. And what that does is it shrinks it back up, and then he'll pull on a little bit. You'll see him pushing and pulling on it. And, the heat actually puts the memory back in it if you get it out of shape. You have to be really careful because you'll melt it or burn it. Even with 20 years experience, sometimes it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's fighting him right now. You see when he applies heat to it, it takes all the wrinkles back out while he's holding it. Also pulls it back together where it's been stretched a little bit as he pulls on it.
And this is wrap material. Not all vinyl will do that, but wrap material will. That's why we used it for this.
You gotta be careful not to burn your hands too.
Yeah.
Sometimes if he does a lot of this, he wears special gloves to do it with. The gloves don't have lint or anything on them to come off on it, but allows you to be able to protect your hands a little bit. Slowly but surely, you just keep working yourself around it. It'll eventually work it all out. You have to be careful too when you do this, because like where he's at right here at the end, if you're not real careful and you don't heat it just right and shrink it just right, you can either have it pulled where it's too long, or it'll get too short and your lines will be off. It won't have a nice smooth line on the outside edge of it. You can see you got it all on and the lines are still nice and smooth and crisp like they should have been.
Got an awkward piece to cut out.
Yeah, it's got the button on top of it, makes it hard. I'd say you got that pretty tight.
Mm-hmm. It's not as nice as I would like it to be, but it's still all right.
When you put this on anywhere that you've have got silicone or any kind of silicone based sealer, whatever it is you put on there, especially silicone based stuff though, This will not stick to it. Of course, nothing really sticks to it, but vinyl for sure won't stick to it. So you got to really clean it off good, prepare it, and then you'll see he's going to cut out around these doors, and where it had the original die core that I put on it around it, he'll actually cut it back away from it just a little bit, cut it evenly around it. It'll still look nice, but it'll stick and won't try to come off later. If you don't do this, it's going to come off the first time it gets rain up under it or wind up under it. It's going to peel the whole thing. The only other way to do it without having to trim it where you can see it would be to remove all of these doors and pieces, put the graphics on first, and then go back and put it on top of it. Kind of labor intensive, and for really any better look that you get out of it, to me, it's not worth it. So what he's doing now is he's tightening it up around where the sealant is, so he can get it really nice and tight up against the sealant to trim it. You want to trim it as close as you can, but far enough back that you're sure you don't have any sealant underneath it. To where steady hand's nice and no pressure here. Like cutting the board, once you cut it too short, that's just too bad. There is no stretcher to put it back. You can see once you cut it out around it, it really still looks like the sealant is there and it doesn't take away from it. So to me, it's just not worth having to remove everything on the side of a trailer. Just to make it smooth under it, have to put it back and reseal it all. It just doesn't make sense to me to do it. You can see it looks just fine without it. All this really comes down as to how comfortable you are trying to do this yourself. And again, that looks nice and clean. It looks like it really looks like the sealant's run out on top of it. It's really not. It's just an optical illusion. There it is, one side installed. He's now rubbing all the screw holes to make sure they set real good around it. And then I'll go back in a little while and punch small holes where they were and put the screws back in and hand tighten the screws back in. And you'll know when you put the screws in, you can see it actually starting to try to twist as you tighten it up, and that's where you want to stop. It'll still be tight enough. You just don't want to start trying to twist the vinyl. And if you want to, a week or so later, once it's really bonded good to it, you can go back and, put another quarter round or something on it. But you just have to look at it and see how it's going as you turn the screws. Just don't get overzealous with it and end up twisting a hunk out of it. What do you think, Trey? Looks nice.
I like it. I like it.
All right, that's how you do it. If anybody needs any more help, just put it in the comments below or send us an email. We also print these and we'll ship them anywhere, so just let us know. If you got a design you want, send it to us. We'll get them printed up and send them out to you. Bill, I hope this helps. Hope you get yours on straight. I'm sure you will. You're a handy guy. So anyway, till next time, we'll see you down the road.